Listen, I did it on the first try. First try this time, which I'm super stoked about. I didn't have to kill the stream and restart it over. All 7 of you fools that are in here hanging out with me already are the true rock stars of this stream. I hope that the chat's working because I can't see any of the chat popping right now. And normally there's some hey nows going on. Here's what I'm going to do, just assuming.
Hey now.
Hey now. How about another?
Hey now.
Okay, and another.
Hey now.
Okay, let me just... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to double check in this universe just to make sure. Hang with me, kids. We're still rocking. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you for hitting off some of the chat before I had to like dig all the way into YouTube. I'm guessing there's a little bit of lag. My main man John Hall's up in here. I see OZ Rick. Oh, and Thor Hargrave checking in from Canada. Mosaic Kiddo. Oh, and Retro Gamer, that's my main man Mike Bice. John Bach. You fools that are in here right now, I know there's only one reason why you're in here. You wouldn't be in here if you didn't have soul. Alright, look. While the rest of everybody catches up, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit the plan. You guys all have seen the thumbnail. You saw my little write-up probably. I got some discs down here, which I'm going to switch the view so you can see it. Wait. Oh my god, I'm so high-tech. Okay, we're doing like spin-blocked bed dyes. I've done these like before, okay? But I got these 3 discs that we're going to work on. We're going to make a bed for this funky disc right here. We're going to make a bed for this funky disc right here. And then you can see I already did a bed for this funky disc right here. And then we'll take on the next step and spin these areas that we blocked out. Okay, so that's, let me go back to my face so you can, so you can see me. So that's the plan. We'll knock those out, but before I jump right into it, I see Meddings, I see Gord, I see Eric. Yeah, all of you, you're gonna get another hey now.
Hey now.
And I'm gonna give you a little keep on doing it. Okay, look, here's what I'm gonna do before I get started. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about this really cool thing that I got invited, and I'm gonna say I was gonna say I got involved, but I didn't do a damn thing. All I did was get invited, and other people took care of me, and I got into it. Okay, hey now, Justice, I saw you pop in there. Some of you may have seen this pop up on Instagram already, but there are these new disc dyer trading cards. I know, it's crazy, right? That were made by the disc dyers guild, Dave over there, who I don't know if this man ever sleeps because the amount of stuff they put out is insane. Okay, but I was lucky enough to get in on the first run of these, and I'm gonna show you. Check out this trading card. It's got like my picture on there, hey now on it, and look on the back. Look, it's got like my stats, like a card, and then a couple of my favorite discs. Like, how dope are these things? And look at this. I'm gonna start this little reel. Okay, so you can see all the different cards in this 16 card set. It is insane. Oh. John, I knew it was you before I even looked up. You always pop it off. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn on the background music. Someone should have told me I forgot the background music. Background music. Start. Let's give it a little bit of volume. Okay, so you can see all the cards that are scrolling by there. Check it out. They come in this like real deal, super legit, like trading card foil pack. These things are so awesome. I feel honored, I honestly, to be a part of it all. Many thanks goes out to Dave and the couple other disc dyers like my main man Chaz, who donated ducats to get me involved while I was in the midst of all sorts of other crazy stuff. So here's what I did. For all of you who are on YouTube, I linked I put a link in the description on YouTube. So if you're watching on Facebook or Twitch, you're screwed. You can't get any. I'm kidding. Come over to YouTube at some point, click on this video, check the description, or you can go to the Dyers Guild website or Instagram page or all that crap. You'll get links. But I linked it in the description on YouTube if you want to get yourself a pack. Support these guys, Dave and the Dyers Guild, and all the rest of the Dyers that are in this pack that are way much better artists than I am. They deserve some of your love and some of your ducats. Okay, so that's that. Now, we're going to hop into this thing. For those of you that came in a little late, we got 3 discs that we're going to knock off here. This guy here, which is already masked. This guy here, which is already masked. And then we'll finish off with this guy here that's already dyed. And then we'll do the little spin in the middle, like where this stuff is, right? All right. So we're going to start with the blue one. And I have this clear glue bed here that I've already plooped in there, so you can see that. But you know what I haven't? I gotta look up here and give a couple hey nows. Did I miss anybody that's up in here? I see hey now.
Hey now.
And one, and there goes one for someone else that I might have missed. All right, for everybody else that's hanging in here, I'm gonna give you my favorite new Bobby Bird sound effect while I pick out some dies. I know you got the feeling. If you didn't, the beat wouldn't move you. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do for this first one, which is going again on this blue disc here. Here's one of the things that I kind of learned. Okay, I should have done this. There was a time, oh, I forgot to turn that off. There was a time where, like, I did a number of these types of dies. Okay, like this one here, you can see that's the same as this one here, right? Okay, I got up here. Look, here's the first one of these that I ever did way back in the day. That disc die is 6.5 years old. That was done in the beginning of 2019, okay? And then you can see this one here. Okay, here's the thing that I'm learning about these throwing dimes. I see you. These, like, blocked off spin dies. They work way better, Eric. Hey now. They work way better when you do, like, center out designs as opposed to like top down or left right. Look, I got an example of what I mean. So you can see how that one's kind of center out. Check this one here. Okay, see how that, I mean, it still looks cool, right? But because it's that up and down, it doesn't sort of fit with the, you know, the circular spin stuff in there. So you understand what I'm saying? Look, here's the other thing you can do with this idea of blocking off like these areas that you save for a spin at the end. Look, you can just block off the outside, okay? And save that for like a really clean spin. The watcher, I see you popping in there, hey now too. Oh, and oh no, Jason, hey now. Wait, John, you just super chatted and the thing didn't go off. Oh, there it is. I saw that one before the sound effect. Okay, so you get the idea. Like these dives, we've probably all done them before, but like the point of that was, you know, these work better with these circular designs. So here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do 2 circular type designs. I'm going to do one that's going to be like a spacey swirl, and then we'll see what the other one's going to be for later. Okay, but let's finish getting the dies out that I need for my spacey swirl. There's no real hard set rules to these. Just grab a bunch and start doing your thing. Oh, make dab sit. Make dab sit. Did I say? Did I say that right? I see you in there. That hey now proves it. Here's another one.
Hey now.
Okay, and wait, maybe I need to do another Bobby Bird sound effect or 2. Say yeah. How about say yeah? Alright, now I'm gonna get some squirter tins to do all this squirting out of. There's a red. There's another red. That one looks like some shade of purple. Okay, I just need a yellow. Where's the yellow? Yellow. Maybe. Okay, the first step of this, like making an outer space swirly design, X to the Z. I know I see you up in there. Oh, and my main man Brian Bennett. Hey now. Here's the thing with this spacey design. The first step, at least when you're doing a clear glue bed, you just plop dye up in there all however you want. The key though is not to get too much dye in the middle, and you'll see why in a little bit. Because we're gonna swirl the crap out of this thing at some point, and things tend to kind of come together in the middle. If you got too much, then it turns into like a big blob. This first color is turquoise. You guys are gonna have to deal with my shaky hands today. They're having their own little personal relapse. But if I can power through it, I know that you can power through it. Alright, how about some red? A lot of other colors to get to. I think I'm gonna do black next. Before we get too deep into this. Oh, I didn't pull out the black. Like squirter too. Alright, we're getting a new one. I'm already tired of searching. I know that seems like a lot of black, but we're doing outer space. Don't forget. Alright, that one little drop in the middle is not going to hurt. Alright, how about some yellow? Which, in a solar system kind of way, I'm going to get a little bit of the yellow in the middle. Good. What haven't we used yet? Indigo. Let's do some indigo. This indigo is super strong. Oh, John, did I catch you on another super chat before it hit? I did. Cracked me up. Okay, I hope that I'm not the only one shaking it. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. Don't let me be the only one moving over there every time that music comes on. You better be shaking it up with me as well. John, you're a total stud. Alright, in goes a little indigo. I know that this looks like a total mess. Oh, my man Mike Bites. I know you're shaking it too. All right, so this looks like a total mess. I know, right? But this isn't. Look, we're not even halfway there. This is when it starts to get really fun. Pick this sucker up, and then just start to do some of this action with it. start to swirl it all around. And we are going to stretch and twirl these colors all the way out until they get into like this real spacey, swirly. I didn't do enough in the middle. It's okay, it's not too late. It's not too late. Drip some black on Emily Disc Guy's sticker. She wouldn't like that. Good enough. So as you can tell, you can obviously add more dye at any time, and then just get back to the swirling. Stretch it too thin. This one, I just saw that question, John Hall. This one is clear glue. And you can tell that I just did not put anywhere near enough dye in there for the swirling. The good news about this swirly technique, you can always add more and just re-swirl it. The next one we're gonna do, John, is gonna be Floetrol. Turquoise. There's the turquoise squirter. Back to swirling. I like how the yellow is kind of clumping up into little starry looking things. Okay. Okay. I think I got a good swirl. A little darker on the outside than the inside. That's okay because we got the outside masked off with this sucker. It is time to put the disc into the bed, which means I gotta summon my main man, Tommy.
D in the B.
Let's put the disc in the bed. Here we go. Alright, I'm aiming to kind of center this swirly thing in the center of the disc.
D in the B.
Okay, I like it. We got a good spacey swirl. I'm gonna take this and stick it right in the dehydrator. And I'm gonna wait to turn it on until I get the next disc in there. Oh, son of a biscuit! I was making that bed to put the blue disc in. That's okay. That's okay. It'll look awesome on the white one too. Might even be better since we had that like thin dye coating. But we still got the other one here ready to go. almost dropped that with the cap, not totally screwed on. Alright, move this stuff out of the way. I'll grab some of my Floetrol colors from over here. We got yellow, we got sonic blue, we got neon purple. I'll bring in a little red. Some flag blue, why not? No, iris is kind of empty. And then, yeah, dark tone. Alright, now. John, you might hit your limit. Not being a total stud. Okay, look, I just saw a couple names in there that I haven't caught in a minute, like throwing dimes.
Hey now.
Boom. Jimmy Seymour.
Hey now.
Josh.
Hey now.
I see you guys. You didn't go totally miss.
Hey now.
And I did more hey nows than there were guys, so you each got one for show. Alright, now we're gonna do a totally different centered out design. And this one I'm gonna start doing like crisscross patterns and get them all crisscrossed, and then we're gonna start spinning this bad boy and rake out like a swirly design. But what I'm gonna do is try to center this just a little bit before we get started. It's not gonna be perfect. The Watcher, you're a total stud. Oh wait. Oh, Jimmy Seymour too? You guys are crazy. Oh man, I love you guys. You really do. You make me feel awesome. Way awesomer than I really am. All right, this can stop spinning. I'm gonna do that, and just in case it doesn't want to spin by accident, I'm gonna put that guy in the middle. I think I just took that sucker off center. All right, now here we go. Let's start making some zigzags. Last time we used Floetrol, I got some of it on my face. I'm gonna try to avoid that this time. Look, bada bing, bada boom, and that's how it starts. Bada bing, bada boom, that's how it continues. You can tell how when, like, the viscosity on these is different, they react different when they get into the bed. Like the black, the viscosity it's thinner, so it's spreading out when it gets in. The yellow's a little thicker, so it starts to sink, and you get those thinner, tighter lines that require a little extra. I knew that about the black, that's why I went first with it. Oop, just got some yellow on the microphone. Better than my face. This one's flag blue. Now some red. Got some neon purple. See, I'm starting to stop short of the center for the same reason. It's already kind of getting a little muddy in there. We're gonna have to deal with that in a minute. Oh, this one I can tell has got a booger in it. This one's Sonic Blue. For those of you non-colorblind people that were wondering. Oh yeah, this one, the booger's stopping me. Set that over there. Alright, and now I'm gonna do some yellow up the center of this black, just to break it up some. Okay, so you can see how we're doing there. Who did I miss? Micah, I see you. Hey now. All right, now I'm just gonna grab a trusty little paintbrush, and before I get in there, I'm gonna grab some paper towels because this is a friggin' mess. You know, actually, I think I want one of these paintbrushes. Yeah, that have like the rounded bottom. Alright, now I'm not just going to turn the turntable on because it spins too fast and that centripetal force pushes the stuff out too hard and totally messes with the, you know, up and down crisscross stuff that we have going. So I'm just going to spin it by hand to keep it from spreading too much. See how like intentional I'm being when I lift the brush out. You can easily, if you just pull it out way too fast, drag a real funky spot into the pattern and drip dye off of the brush, like in a spot that it doesn't belong, which I know that's like anal OCD stuff, but I've been an anal OCD disc dyer for like going on 7 years now, so. Oh no, we got a piece of snot in there. You can see it grabbing and twisting things in a funky way. But I actually kind of dig it. Alright, we're just going to try to spiral the rest of this out. Because of that funky little guy. Alright, we'll see if this thing, I don't want it to lift up with it there. Yeah, I did that well. I don't know if you could see that, but there was like one of the Floetrol boogers in there. Anybody who's done this, Ben, hey now. Anybody who's done this knows what a Floetrol boogie is. There was a Floetrol boogie stuck up in there that was like dragging through on the brush and making the pattern do something different than what I was trying to do with it. Now it still looks like a dope ass pattern, so I'm not stressing it too much, but we got to go back to my main man Tommy because it is time
D in the B.
Put the disc in the bag. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, super crucial is me trying to get this thing centered with that little pattern in the center of this disc. Oh my gosh, did you see that I did it?
D in the B, and he did it that time. He didn't get close to the B, he put it in the B.
Right in the B. Alright, let me put this into the... Be sure I don't have Floetrol on my hands to get on the disc. I'm going to put this in the food dehydrator. Oh yeah, now I'm going to turn that sucker on. Alright, those bad boys are in there. We did it. Get all this crap out of the way so we can finish up this last disc. All you crazy cats that are still hanging out here, I may have a little surprise for you at the end of this live stream. I hope that I'm not frozen in real life like I am on my screen. Boom. Next disc. Oh, I see new people coming in here. Oh, there's the Dave from the Disc Golf Dyers Guild. We showed off your cards, big guy. And I see Dylan. And I see Oren as well. Man, I need new glasses to try to read this stuff. If one of you could just let me know whether or not I'm frozen or I'm not frozen, that would be super awesome. Oh, new path. I'm glad you caught me too. Alright. I got the new one on here. Hoping I'm not frozen. Oh, sweet. Thank you, Dylan. It's weird that it's frozen on my screen over here. Yeah, this is like the next stage. I always feel like Julia Childs when we do this. I don't know if I just dated myself and how many of you really get that reference. But she would always like prepare a dish and then stick it in the oven and then pull one right out that was already done. So this is just like the Julia Childs method. We put this in the bed. This is just pulling one out like it was in the bed to now start the spin die. I'll get it centered up on here. Alright, pretty sure I got it. Oh yeah, I forgot to put these Floetrol guys away. These are like the most dangerous things out here. Guys in their home back over here. I need some wine to be Julia Childs. Xander told me before, my main man X to the Z, that I should try to do the impersonation, but I do not have that in me. Okay, you can, like, when it starts spinning like this, you can tell how well you did at centering up your stencil by seeing if this has any wobble in it, which it has the slightest bit of wobble. Okay, maybe a little bit more than slight, but I'm going to show you how I take care of that. That's always the first thing I address. Now, I'm going to do it with indigo this time, just to match the colors of the disc. Typically, I would do this step with black, but alright, I gotta put the Super Geek glasses on to pull this off in the way that I want to, and it also means that my head is probably gonna get in the way. I apologize for that. Man, that's a little more off center than I thought. This is gonna take a big fat line to pull off, but that's okay, we can make this work. Man, look at how far that's going both above and below. Alright, we're gonna try something a little more drastic here. This is what happens when you're further off center than you want to be. You got to use a thicker and thicker stripe or line to take the wobble out. Tell me I just hit the disc. No. Nope. It's gonna work. Who's trying to call me? I'm doing a live stream. I hope that isn't screwing up my live stream. Whoever's calling me, stop. I'm using that phone. Oh, I hope it doesn't turn that off, at least temporarily. Stop calling me! Okay, am I back? I think I'm back. Sorry about that. Someone started calling me on the phone that I'm using to run this live stream. I think I'm back though because I can see things moving. Okay, hopefully we're back. I gotta put on my other glasses to even be able to read. Back. Okay, thank you. Okay. Sorry about that. Apparently I'm more popular than I thought. Taking phone calls at 8:30 at night on a Wednesday. Alright, I'm gonna do the same thing here. Which this is equally as off center. Which means I'm gonna need the Q-tip again. Trying to make this nice and dark so that it sort of blends in where it's overlapping with the background design. But you can see how the wobble's kind of gone now, at least. Even though the lines I had to use to close it off are a little thicker than I wanted to. Okay. Boom. So now that it those are kind of thick, but they still work. Now I'm going to do some other design on the inside here. My original plan on this was to do like a fade working in, I'm not going to use indigo for it, but I want something still in the blues family. But we go with sapphire. I'm just going to use a new one instead of the back side of that for now. Get a little acetone here to kind of blend that fade in. Done. Okay, I'm not going to obsess over the fade like I can do for hours. I'm going to leave it there because I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Maybe a couple minutes. But it's time to pull out another color. I think I'm going to see if I can make some yellow show up on this blue without it turning green. Which this chartreuse is typically invincible. I've had it come out yellow on like dark gray plastic. I love it. That looks yellow, right? Maybe like a shade of neon, but maybe more yellow than that. Alright, and then I'm going to go back to this same blue that I just used in that fade. I got a fat brush. Oh yeah, I got a fat brush right here. It's not perfectly centered, like I was trying to do, but I can dig it. Clean that little guy up. Take these off. Okay, I'm gonna do one more thing to this disc. I'm gonna try to spiral, do a little spiral in that centerpiece, like to match the kind of the spiral that you're seeing going here. All right, before I do it though, and it means I'm gonna have to recenter the disc. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick it up. We got, we got this to show you what's done. I always do this. Left is right and right is left. Okay, but look, I already funked up the backside too. So this one's already got, you can see that big spiral there. That's why I want to do the little spiral up in there. Alright, here we go. Just gotta recenter this puppy again. Which might take a sec. Boom. Stop that for a hot sec. Put a bit of glue up on this. Right there like that. Spread it out. Like that. Wipe the glue off. Alright, now I'm going to take my trusted paintbrush again. I'm going to start outside the circle. And the key to this, especially with the little ones, is trying to end right in the middle. If you land off center when you're doing this, it kind of looks weird. John, you almost got me at a point where I couldn't lift the brush up and do the little dance. But man. I went too fast. I'm going to do it again. You know what? I'm actually going to cover it. And start over. That's part of the beauty of these glue masks. Alright, I went way too fast. I'm going to go super slow this time. Boom. Alright, I'm sure you can see the little spiral up in there. Only if I can put it in the camera. Alright, now I'm going to shove this bad boy up on in the dehydrator. The rest of them. We'll get that one in a little bit and finish off that little spiral. But that's it. That's all the discs that we got for today. I got one last little. Let me go back to my face. And for those of you that are still in here. I can't believe there's still 30 fools sitting in here watching me like a nutbag. Okay, so for all you that chose to hang out to the end, we didn't do this last time, but we are gonna do it this time. I'm gonna do another little disc giveaway. Here's what I'll do. I'll switch back to. Oh my God, I'm so high-tech. Here's the guy we're gonna give away. This is a Prodigy PA1 300 on 300 plastic, which is kind of like their base grade plastic, or one of them. Which I'm trying out some new stuff to get base grade plastics to take dye. This was one of my experiments, and I see you throwing dimes. Okay, so we're gonna do a little giveaway with this guy right here. There's gonna be more of this base grade plastic testing stuff here. I got a number more, maybe 4 or 5 more on this 300 plastic that I know that I can get to take some dye. But I got some other base grade stuff too that I'm gonna funk up real good. And then who knows, we'll sell them or we'll give them away or whatever. But this one here, we're gonna give away. And we're gonna use the same format that we've used for some other giveaways. It's going to be the name the James Brown lyric. Okay, now I'm going to play a James Brown lyric. I see you, Lindy. I see you, Catherine. Who else do I see up in there? Oh, there's my main man, Mark. You're on dimes. Thanks again, bud. You're a total stud. Okay, so I'm gonna play a James Brown lyric. You have to name that James Brown tune. Okay, here's the only thing I'm gonna ask. Do you want like the beginner James Brown name that tune, or I'm not gonna say expert, but like the advanced James Brown beginner tune? You guys discuss that amongst yourselves. You pile that into the chat, and then you know, whichever I see the most of, beginner or advanced, I'm gonna do it. Okay, I got one for each. Such a fool. All right, and while you guys discuss it amongst yourselves, I'm gonna take a drink. I got some cotton out, even though I wasn't talking about that. Oh my god, I needed that. John says mid. Lindy says he. She was trying to say hi, but she says mid as well. Those are two mids. All right, I don't know if I have a mid one. I probably got a mid one. New path telling me beginner. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do either mid or beginner. Okay, Justice says advanced. Here's what the advanced one was gonna be. This isn't it, okay? Don't start cranking out songs. Alright. This is just to see if anybody would have got it. This is the advanced James Brown name that tune. That's it. That's a tough one, right? I'll do it again. Yeah. Those are two of my favorite James Brown lyrics put together. Good God and so good. Good God, so good. Okay, that's not the one though. Okay. Cold Sweat is a good game. Good guess, but that is not it. Okay, here's what the answer to that one was. Get up off of that thing. That's a tough one. Okay. But you can hear it now that you heard that. You can hear it in the beat. Okay, here is the real James Brown name that tune for the P1 thing. Okay, stop guessing for a second. Stop guessing. Okay. Because even if you guess it now, I haven't played the tune. It's not going to count. I'll wait till I play the tune and then like start guessing. Okay, here we go. First one who gets it in there. And you gotta get like the real name, not the parentheses name. It's gotta be the real name, not the parentheses name. Can you tell how much I love this game? Start guessing. Now's the time. Start guessing. Oh, how many of you tell your kids under the bridge to not wipe their nose with their sleeves or their shirt? Okay, you guys are guessing good. To the bridge. Okay, like I'm saying, you gotta have the real name, not the parentheses name. I play another part from the song, but any other part and it's gonna give it away. might be. Like, it could be. It might not be the most, but it's one. It's I'm gonna say top 3 most popular James Brown songs. Take Me to the Bridge. Isn't that like a Red Hot Chili Peppers song? I'm pretty sure that's Anthony Kiedis, not James Brown, right? And Flea. Hey! Oh my goodness. Soul Power. That's a good guess. That's super bad, but that's not Soul Power. Oh my god, I can't believe no one has guessed this, and I called this the beginner one. But I also said you gotta get the real name and not the parentheses name. Hey now, Timothy Lake. Alright, let me see if I can get another one. Okay, here's another lyric from that song. Okay, ready? Oh!
Like a sex machine, man.
Shit!
Doing it, you know.
I pressed the wrong freaking button. I meant to press this one.
Like a sex machine.
No, shit!
Moving, doing it, you know.
I pressed the wrong button again. But I'm gonna tell you, that makes it real easy.
Mommy, should I take you to the bridge? Fellas, I'm ready to get up and do my thing. I want to get into it, man, you know.
I still.
Mommy, should I take you to the bridge?
Okay, Get Up is close. But what I'm gonna say is, it's not close enough. Okay, Micah has the right answer. Kinda. But Micah, that is the parentheses title.
Fellas, I'm ready to get up
Like
and
a
do my
sex
thing.
machine. Okay,
I want to get into it, man, you know.
Micah, sex machine is the right answer. And Micah Tech. Okay, Micah Tech. I think there was another Micah in here. Micah Tech, you are the big winner. I thought that was going to take all night, and it was the easiest. Sex machine is the easiest one. Micah Tech, hit me with a DM. You are the big winner. You're going to be taking home, bagging and tagging this P1 prodigy. All right, and all of you that are still hanging out here, you're my favorites, okay? I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming and giving me something else to do. You guys are awesome. I will get pictures of those discs up in the next few days when they're all done, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Like, you better keep on doing it, and until that time, maybe we should fade it on out of here. Let's fade it on out. Where's my faded on out?
Fade me on out of here.
Yeah, let's fade it on out. Okay, kids, until I see you on the next one.